And finally, you can use the delete command to delete rows from the table. The keywords delete from are followed by the name of the table from which you want to delete data. By default, the delete command deletes all rows from the table. If you don't want to delete all rows, you must filter the rows to be deleted using the where clause. Let's see an example of how you can delete data from a table. Let's go back to our city table. We noticed that there are 2 records with the city Brest. Only the first record belongs to the country France and the second to the country Belarus. Let's delete the record, which is incorrect. Let's mark in the comment that we want to delete the item with city ID 92. And now let's write an expression from the city table we want to delete record, where city ID is 92. Execute the deletion. It means that we have deleted 1 row. Let's check the city table. We see that the record is gone, and the result can be committed. To delete all rows from the table, you're better with the command truncate with the table name. Instead of marking each row as rewritable, it marks the entire table as cleared. In some other DBMS, for example Oracle, truncate is considered a DDL command, since it works with the DBMS dictionary and not directly with the data. If for some reason we want to completely clear the city table, we write truncate. Let's see how this expression works. On launching it, we get the error that the table cannot be cleared because it is linked by a foreign key, exactly the foreign key of the address table. In theory, to avoid this error, you can use cascade, which will clear all tables linked to each other. In practice, however, this command is very dangerous because it deletes in an uncontrolled and not always an obvious amount of data. Therefore, never use the truncate command in this form. To demonstrate, we will run it by first clicking on the rollback to roll back the current transaction. Let's run the command again. And you can see it worked successfully. We see that updated rows are 0, but this command works with the data dictionary and not directly with the table rows, so it doesn't count rows. Now let's check the table of cities. And we see that it is empty. As for the table of addresses that refers to cities, it is also empty. Let's now look at the table of payments, which is very important for our business. And we see that the data in this table is also empty. The command truncate affected this table too. Let's now roll back the transaction and look again at the table of cities. We see that all the data is still there. So the truncate command should be used very carefully. It should be noted that both commands are needed and used frequently. Both remove rows, but delete allows you to choose which ones to remove. Delete scans table rows, wastes time, and overloads the server, while truncate does not perform these time-consuming operations. Delete is a heavy load on the database server if the table is large, while truncate's performance is independent of the table volume. From the DBMS point, the operations work and block the table differently. Both operations can be rolled back before the transaction completes. The result of delete will only be visible when the transaction is complete, and the result of truncate immediately after it is executed, because it works directly with the metadata.